Well, the mayors of Burlington and Brampton are leading an effort to convince Premier Doug Ford to change course on his plan to ban speed cameras. Well, Burlington Mayor Marianne Mead Ward and Brampton Mayor Patrick Brown have written a letter to Ford with the support of 20 other mayors. Well, they argue a total ban on the cameras would reverse years of progress on safety in school zones. They're asking for to allow speed cameras to still be deployed near schools, but with a number of added measures. And these include using a reasonable threshold of speed before a ticket is issued and sending a warning for a first-time offense. Well, for more on the push to keep speed cameras, we are joined live by Burlington's Mayor Marianne Mead Ward. It's been about a week since you and I spoke. It's nice to chat with you again. And it seems as though that the mayors are putting out some pretty reasonable a compromise. And I'm wondering, have you heard a response yet from the the Premier?
Well, yes, we do get in touch with each other regularly. And I would say at this point, he has his perspective, which has been shared publicly. We have ours. And you know what? We're not giving up. I am directly sending an SOS to the Premier, save our school kids. This is what it is about. Let us keep our cameras in front of school zones. We've made some reasonable suggestions for how to tweak the program to address some of the concerns. We have heard you, Premier. Please hear us. Let us keep this program. It will save the life of a school child if they are impacted. We know that speed kills. We know that these work. And when you have the Ontario Association of Chiefs of Police endorsing speed cameras and saying, you know what, our officers really do need to be deployed to address the most serious of crimes, domestic violence, auto theft, encampment matters where people are having a crisis and a breakdown. We need our police to be responding where most needed, and they don't have time to sit and issue tickets. We can't enforce our way out of this problem.
And I want to go back to some of the, the items that could potentially be compromised on. We've talked about setting a reasonable threshold of speed, so people not getting a ticket if they're doing 4 or 5 over. Also, maybe a first-time warning as an offense. But also things like, for people who are driving home, they're doing overnight shifts, maybe not have them working at 3 o'clock in the morning, but really targeting those school zone times. And I'm wondering, are you confident that you think the Premier's mind could be potentially changed? He has reversed course on other issues in the past.
Well, that is exactly where my optimism lies. It is based on past behavior. The Premier has shown himself to be a reasonable person when presented with a thoughtful argument and some evidence. And that's what us as mayors are trying to do collectively, add our voice. This is mayors across the province in municipalities that are large and small. You've got Brampton and Mississauga, and you've also got Innisfil and Cambridge and Burlington and smaller municipalities. So we're speaking with one voice on this. This is not a partisan issue. This is not a big city issue. I can tell you my residents are overwhelmingly in support of this. They recognize that police have more pressing, serious crimes to address. And this is actually a tax relief program for good drivers and responsible citizens, because the tickets fines, it's not a tax, it's a fine for bad behavior, for illegal behavior. All that revenue will go to traffic calming measures, which right now, the only way we have to fund them is through the tax base. So this will lift that tax burden from good drivers, place it exactly on the speeders who are causing the problem and the costs in the first place, and release our police from handing out tickets to really responding to more serious public safety issues.
And I know at the heart of this is public safety, but at the same time, your region and your city, you just implemented many of these new cameras, and that costs money to put these up and also to maintain them. So I'm guessing you want to keep them there and not waste those taxpayers' money.
We've spent a few $100,000, first of all, studying where they should go, and it's school zones, buying the cameras, buying the signs, implementing them. We haven't turned one on yet. So all of that is sunk cost for us. We haven't seen a dime in revenue. And an ideal world for me would be, we turn them on and we still don't get revenue because people are slowing down. That is the point. But we would like to be reimbursed for those costs should the Premier proceed with his total ban. But I do think there's a path forward. So I hope he sees this as an olive branch, as a way for us to work together to address his concerns, but keep it in the spots that are most needed, which is around our school zones.
Burlington Mayor Mary Ann Mead Ward, appreciate your time as always. Thank you.